So just like the wedding crime that they wanted to frame me for, the group chat false testimony, they also presented to the president and said that I should literally be murdered by law enforcement for having my hand in this group chat false testimony, only for it to be investigated and find out that Abdullah had fully fabricated, knowingly, that I had nothing to do with that group chat. He knew that I could not have had anything to do with it since I did not give it to him, since it wasn't even in the same time period I was overseas. If it's not even in the same time period I'm overseas, it means that I could not have given it to him, which means that Abdullah knowingly fully fabricated that group chat false testimony against me, only due to extreme envy of my brain savant and wanting me and my brain savant fully locked up out of extreme envy. So then Abdullah sent that person in law enforcement overseas overdue Adamji and Mahrukh. Adamji and Mahrukh then fully fabricated numerous false testimonies against me until the night of July 10th. The night of July 10th, what ended up happening was Ibrahim, the Greedy Framer spokesperson, was begging my elementary school teacher to sleep with him. She never asked anyone to sleep with her. She only said, through law enforcement, she said, Ehsan, can you come over to me a month after your brain savant gets freed? A month after your brain savant gets freed. And she said, I only want to know about it after it gets freed, a month after you use it, so you could tell us about it. Those were her words to me through law enforcement. She never said anything about sleeping with anyone. Ibrahim, the Greedy Framer spokesperson, he finds out about someone liking me for some reason. You have to understand that the conversation that was between me and my elementary school teacher was the same that would occur between any professor or teacher with their students if they find out about their students having an extremely rare brain savant. It would be, after you get it freed, can you come tell me about it? After you get it freed and use it for about the month so you have something to talk about, then come tell me about it. I want to know. I'm interested, like any other human being on this planet, except teachers and professors tend to be a little bit more interested. That's all that happened. Obviously, I'm not going to try to contact that person or even get their number when this is what she literally asked me through law enforcement. So obviously, yes. And so Ibrahim, the Greedy Framer spokesperson, finds out about it, and he gets her contact number, and then he starts calling her and asking her to sleep with him on July 10th. He gets brutally rejected. On the night of July 10th, around 8:45 p.m., I'm coming back home, and he's waiting at the Mother's Grill for me to pass by. As soon as I stop at that stoplight, law enforcement told him that I'm there. He aggressively takes his black Prius with the Florida tag on it, aggressively speeds over in front of my car. You got to remember how much noise a black Prius makes when you literally stomp on the gas. It makes a lot of noise. And it looked like a black Prius with a Florida tag right in front of me, aggressively just going right in front of me, and I knew exactly what had happened. It was Ibrahim, the Greedy Framer spokesperson. He was trying to advertise in front of my car cameras. He is a drug addict who ends up in the emergency room once a week. So on August the 7th, he was in the emergency room after overdosing on crystal methamphetamine. On August the 9th, he was in the emergency room after overdosing on crystal methamphetamine again, except on August the 9th, he literally died, and then the hospital had to bring him back to life. After August the 9th, he has a heart arrhythmia for the rest of his life due to what one of his bad habits, which is drug abuse, and the other bad habit is running after women for sex and begging them for sex. So I obviously knew everything about him. Now, before they try to get revenge on me, you have to understand the fact that I've been washed since I was an 11-year-old child. There isn't one instance of me ever buying street drugs. Not once ever in my entire life have I ever bought street drugs. Second thing is, the hyperactivity disorder medication that I used to take, I went and I told my doctor to never prescribe it to me or let any doctor prescribe it to me ever again in my entire life, okay? That's the second thing. Which means that I don't have 1% of me wanting to be a drug addict, or else I would not do that to myself, okay? The third thing is, for the past 10 years, for the past decade, for the past 10 years of my life, I haven't even had a Schedule 5 substance. There are 5 schedules. Number 1 are illegal substances, 2 are narcotics and stimulants, and then you have it all the way until 5. Number 5 are things like over-the-counter Robitussin syrup. I haven't even had a Robitussin syrup in the past 10 years of my life. That's the last decade of my life, okay? So yeah, on July 10th, I see Ibrahim, the Greedy Farmer spokesperson, trying to advertise himself in my car cam. It was around 8:45 p.m. So on July 11th, I'm about to make my statement about Ibrahim, the Greedy Farmer spokesperson, the drug addicted sex addict. Him being basically a drug addicted sex addict, a drug addicted, sexually perverted individual who is begging my elementary school teacher to sleep with him all day, night long, even though that's not what she ever asked anyone to do. Obviously, he got rejected, and yes. So basically, what ended up happening was law enforcement find out that I'm about to make my statement against Ibrahim being a drug addicted, sexually perverted individual, and they quickly go over to Adamji and Maruk in their haste, revealing how they fabricate everything, and they were caught red-handed, completely fabricating lies upon lies upon lies to degrade me, humiliate me, and to try to make false testimonies and lies against me, throw my name through the mud, despite me never having done anything wrong my entire life. Never once have I bought street drugs my entire life. And that medication I used to get for hyperactivity disorder, as soon as I aged out of it, I told my doctor to never prescribe it to me ever again in my entire life, thereby not letting any doctor ever prescribe that medication to me ever again my entire life, making it clear through facts and evidences that there isn't one percentage of me who wants to be a drug addict or even ever misuse drugs, because obviously every human being knows what's in their best interest, and as soon as you age out, you want to get that canceled so that your body never takes that substance ever again. It's no longer needed. So that's what the responsible thing is to do. Obviously, that's what I did. Except for that, I haven't had one controlled substance, even Schedule 5, which is a Robitussin over-the-counter syrup, in the past 10 years. In the past decade, I haven't had that. Even that in my entire in the past decade, in the past 10 years of my life. So yes, I'm not a drug addict by any means. Adamji and Maruk were caught on July 11th making false testimonies, lies against me about me being a drug addicted, sexually perverted individual to get revenge on me before I can even make my statement about what had happened with Ibrahim being a drug addicted, sexually perverted individual from July 10th, from facts and evidence. He's begging my elementary school teacher to sleep with him. That's not what she ever said. Obviously, it's not what any teacher wants, obviously, and that's what Ibrahim, the Greedy Farmer spokesperson, the drug addicted sex addict, is asking. He goes to the emergency room once a week, overdosing on crystal methamphetamine. He was in the emergency room August the 7th, overdosing on crystal methamphetamine. August the 9th, he's in the emergency room, overdosing on crystal methamphetamine. The only difference is on August the 9th, he ends up dying in the hospital, and they have to bring him back to life on August the 9th. After August 9th, he has a heart arrhythmia. Yes, and so basically, Adamji and Maruk and Abdullah were all now found to be extremely envious of me, making false testimonies against me out of extreme envy. You gotta remember, Adamji has been caught on record saying that he's extremely envious of me living overseas, and he wished that me and everyone from overseas would have been kicked out of our countries back to Pakistan. He said this on record. You have to remember this fact, okay? Now he's been caught with Maruk fabricating false testimonies and lies against me on July 11th, okay? These facts have to be considered. Now, Adamji is caught, Maruk is caught, Abdullah is caught, making numerous big false testimonies, lies against me, and the person, law enforcement overseas, who gets the monthly money every month, obviously he is the one telling them to lie. He's trying to get them to lie for law enforcement over here. He gets the monthly money every month. Now, they go and they find a fifth person on August the 7th to make up lies against me, this time out of extreme envy that people like me due to my what the artificial intelligence said about my brain savant. Okay, and this fifth person, they just grab a random person from the overseas pharmacy school as the fifth person. The facts and evidences will show Adamji, Maruk, Abdullah, the person in law enforcement overseas who gets the monthly money every month, all four of them were working on this fifth person, and all four of these individuals knew exactly what was being fabricated to the fifth individual for the August 7th false testimony. This means that Adamji, Mahrukh, Abdullah with that person in law enforcement are playing a game with the courts. They're basically saying, okay, fine, I'm caught making a totally false testimony against him about group chat that almost gave him a life sentence. It wasn't even the same time period. So yes, you got me. I was trying to give him a life sentence out of extreme envy of his brilliant savant. You got me. I've gotten caught. He's not gotten caught. So then he passes the torch over to him, Adamji and Mahrukh. And they then make false testimonies against me till they get caught on July 11th. Okay, then on July 11th, Adamji and Mahrukh get caught. And then they're like, oh no, I've gotten caught. Me, Adamji, and Mahrukh have gotten caught. Abdullah have gotten caught. And this person in law enforcement overseas who gets the monthly money every month, he's gotten caught. This random person who was at the pharmacy school at that time, he hasn't got caught lying yet, though. We'll just pass the torch over to him. Then on August 7th, they just pass the torch over to him. And on August 7th, they're telling him lies that they want him to make against me. On August 7th, just a few days ago, literally a week ago, since today's August the 14th, literally a week ago, they tell this person lies against me, playing this game with the courts where they find any random person who hasn't been caught lying yet, and they tell him lies and fabrications against me that they want this person to make against me. This person on August 7th gets caught lying again. This is not just his lie, the fifth person's lie. This is also Adamji's lie, because Adamji is also prepping this person for the lie. He knows about him lying. He's telling him exactly what to lie, how to lie against me. It's also Abdullah's lie. Abdullah knows about the lies. He's prepping him, telling him how to lie against me. He's telling him about the lie. Mahrukh's lie. Mahrukh knows about the lie. She's prepping him, telling him about the lies herself. She knows that these are lies as well. The person in law enforcement overseas who gets the monthly money every month, it's his lie as well. He's prepping him, telling him all the lies and how to make the lies to make it more exaggerated and fabricated. And then the fifth person obviously makes this lie, this game being played with this trial where Adamji and these people say, oh, well, I've been caught lying numerous times. Well, he hasn't. Random person Ihsan didn't even know, maybe texted him one time in his entire life. Ihsan hasn't, this person hasn't been caught yet, and they just pass a torch over to him. You got to remember, if someone at your university asks you for a number, you're not going to have a bad relationship with this person. You're going to give them this number. They might ask you for notes, but you might ask them for notes too. Does that give them the right to go take that text message out and just be like, okay, so this text message proves that Ihsan was his BFF. Now we're going to get this person to lie against Ihsan. First, he's going to claim that he knew everything about Ihsan, and then we're going to get him to lie first time. So on August the 7th, Adamji gets caught lying again with someone else that he was helping the courts to be misdirected on and deceived into thinking that I knew this person really well, even though I might have just answered his text out of thinking that I might need notes from him, just like how he might need notes from me. So yes, and Adamji got that text out to make it look like I was BFFs with him, and then had that person make lies about me that Adamji prepped this individual to make against me. Now that you have 5 people, you think they're going to find a sixth one? No. I'll tell you exactly why this game cannot go on any further. The main reason is if they go find a sixth one, the sixth person has to be told these lies by Adamji, by Mahrukh, by Abdullah. These people have to tell this person all of these lies. And then this person, then after hearing all of these lies, then this person goes and tells these lies. When they're prepping this sixth person, this person can get caught, just like how the fifth person got caught on August the 7th. So obviously they're not going to do this anymore. They're not going to get a sixth person. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to go back to Adamji, and they're going to tell Adamji, you already know what the lies are, so you might as well just make the lies against Ihsan since you know what these lies are. So then now what they're going to do is get Adamji to make these lies against me, knowing that if he puts out his thoughts out in the open to get a sixth person to make these lies against me, then obviously the sixth person is going to get caught, just like how the fifth person got caught on August the 7th. But before then, Adamji and Mahrukh got caught on July the 11th. And before then, they were all caught making fully fabrications and lies against me as well. So now the new gameplay is going to be Adamji is going to lie and make false testimonies against me, since if they get a sixth person to lie against me, then that sixth person is also obviously going to get caught. Now Adamji cannot just lie like that. He has to get the trust of the court. So now they're going to take out stories and things that happen in my life where Adamji might have seen me at nighttime. I might have gone over to him to go get notes from him or to go talk to him. Let's say I got into a fight with someone at home. And after getting into a fight with someone at home for XYZ reason, or an argument happens in people's lives, we're humans, at nighttime I might have gone and met Adamji at nighttime to go get notes from him. Adamji is now going to use that incident of me getting into an argument with someone at my house and say, Hassan, I met Hassan that night when he got into an argument with someone at his house. And when I was giving him the notes, he told me about this argument that he had with someone at his house. In order to get the court's trust first, Adamji is going to tell these stories that are backed by facts. Then Adamji is going to start lying again, just like how he lied on July 11th, just like how he was lying and prepping that person to lie against me on August the 7th. He was caught on July 11th fabricating false testimonies and lies against me. He was caught on August the 7th fabricating and lying against me again. This is a very good trick that Adamji is trying to use against me, except for the fact that this trick is very well known, and the reason he's forced to use this trick is very well known as well. He cannot get a sixth person to lie against me, mainly due to the fact that if he does that, he's going to get caught prepping this sixth person to lie against me. He can no longer say, well, I got caught and Maruk got caught, but this fifth person didn't get caught. So this fifth person is going to make a lie against Hassan, like how Adamji did on August the 7th. He got a fifth person to make lies against me. He played the courts. He deceived the courts by making them think that this fifth person was telling the truth only because he wasn't caught lying yet. Then he took a text where I might have just responded to someone by text saying, yes, I totally love the fact that I could get notes from you, something of that sort of nature that you text people in universities. Okay, then he would use that text on August the 7th and say that Hassan was BFFs with this person. After using that text, which would have been real, I would have texted the person back saying, I'm loving the fact that you gave me notes and thank you very much, or something of that sort of nature. Adamji now deceives the court on August the 7th by adding in lies in the bottom. He's, after using that text that where I might have replied by saying, I love the fact that you gave me notes, thank you very much, sir, something of that sort of nature, he will take that text, Adamji, on August the 7th to prove that I know this person really well. After using factual info, which would be false. I didn't know anyone that well in pharmacy school, which would be false. But after using a text, which was factual, by the way, it was a real piece of evidence, except everything surrounding that text was false. There would have been no instances of me ever talking to that individual ever again through text, or in person, ever in my life. And that would have been the only time. And Adamji realized that this person is easy to find. His text, one-time text, was easy to find. And so now we're going to add a lie to that text and claim that Hassan was BFFs with this individual just because he texted Hassan one time. And then we're going to add a lie on the bottom, all kinds of lies on the bottom for August the 7th about how Hassan is a bad test taker, he's dumb, he's stupid, he is very low IQ, he's this and that. Do you see how Adamji fabricated the false testimony on August the 7th? He took one text message where I would have said something like, I'm in love with you for giving me these notes, sir. Thank you very much. He would have said, did you hear what Hassan said? He said he's in love with this person. It means that Hassan is BFFs with this person. And then he would have taken that text. On the bottom, he would have said that Hassan is BFFs with this person, despite knowing that it would have been a one-time text throughout my entire life. And then on the bottom of that, he would have had this person say that Hassan's really low IQ. He's really dumb. He's stupid. He can't study. He can't give exams. All of these things about me out of extreme envy. Every single thing except for that one text, completely fabricated. Adam G completely fabricated it. Adam G fully prepped that person to fabricate it. Adam G fully deceived the courts in a game that he played on August the 7th against this very trial itself to try to make me look bad and throw my name through the mud, make me look like a dumb and stupid person. Even that text was false, by the way. Even that text was a lie, by the way, due to the fact that I would have only texted that person once in my entire life, and that person happened to be the one person that Adam G found, along with the person in law enforcement overseas, due to which they took that one text that I messaged that person once in my entire life. I just happened to be talking nicely to that person, and I said, I love you for giving me these notes, man. Something of that sort of nature. You talk to people with love and respect, and that's what I did. And Adam G used that to his advantage because that was the only person he found, and he wrote it in there. He said, do you see that? Hassan said he loves this person. It means Hassan knew this person for a very long time. He was BFFs with this person. Then, after that, Adam G made 50 different lies against me that he prepped this person to say against me. I'm dumb, low IQ, stupid, bad test taker, really bad at studying. All these envious lies against me to make me look like a bad person, like throw my name through the mud, only to be found out after August the 7th that Adam G fully fabricated the entire false testimony against me with that individual. Not one bit of it was the truth. Now Adam G has no choice left. He can't get a sixth person to do what he did on August the 7th, mainly due to the fact that the fifth person got caught. But Adam G is not done with his extreme envy yet. Adam G's envy is still through the roof. So now he has to fabricate false testimonies and lies against me still. So now the way that Adam G is going to fabricate false testimonies and lies against me now is by first winning over the court's trust by taking an incident, again, just like how he did August the 7th, and be like, Hassan got in an argument with someone at his house that day, and then at nighttime he came over to me and he told me about it. Look, here's the evidence for that. That's going to be day one. And day two, he's going to start lying about me. He's going to be like, Hassan, the next day Hassan met me and he was like, Adam G, I'm going to make a bomb and murder everyone. And there's going to be absolutely no evidence of me ever saying anything of that sort of nature. This is exactly what Adam G did on August the 7th. He took one text message. Now, you have to rewind a little bit and understand why Adam G even got a fifth person on August the 7th. He'd been caught lying way too many times with Maruk. He'd been caught lying with the person, Abdullah, who made the group chat false testimony against me to give me a life sentence. He'd been caught lying way too many times. And so now he had to find a fifth person to lie for him. This fifth person on August the 7th, he took one piece of evidence, which looked factual. I texted the person back saying, I love you, man, for giving me these notes. And Adam G used that for his advantage because this is the only person he could find from the pharmacy school overseas. And he said, look, did you see what Hassan said? He said he loves this person. It means Hassan knows him very well. Do I know him very well? No. There's no record of me ever talking to him in person. There's no record of me ever talking to him on the phone. There's no record of me ever talking to him online. There's no record of me ever texting him ever again. So do I really love this person? No. I was just trying to be nice and kind to him because I knew that I would need him later on for something like notes or something else in life. In life, you need people. That's how it is. You are friends with every single person that you go to a university with. It's the same thing. I used to work at Home Depot, and there was a guy named Shifi. He used to work as a lot attendant. He still does at the same Home Depot. Shifi was mentally, he was a little mentally challenged. But you know what? Every single person who worked at Home Depot was BFFs with Shifi from the Shifi, the lot attendant, who would go to work at Home Depot, working as a lot attendant for years while I was about 19, 20 years old at that time. You know why? Because that's how it it is every place. You go to pharmacy school, you're BFFs with every single person there. You talk to them with love and respect, even if it's the one and only time you text them. But what Adamji ends up doing is he uses that text on August the 7th to deceive the courts. He says to the courts that Hassan said, I love you for giving me these notes. It means Hassan was BFFs with this person. He knew this person really, really well. Did I really? No. Did Adamji know that that was the only time I ever texted him? Yes. Was Adamji deceiving the courts? Yes. We will find out exactly how. This is how he does it. He tells 50 different lies below the text. Hassan said he's low IQ. Hassan said he's a bad test taker. Hassan said he can't study. Hassan said he is terrible at studying and taking notes, and no one likes him at his school. All these lies that he had him give. Even that text message was a lie. You know why? Because it was a one-time text message, and I just happened to be talking to him nicely, like how you talk to anywhere ever in your life. Doesn't mean you've been BFFs with that person for the past 50 years. Adamji was fully lying on August the 7th, only because he'd been caught lying too many times for himself. He wanted someone else to lie for him, but he'd even gotten caught completely lying for the fifth individual as well. So now Adamji has a new game he's playing. Adamji is now taking one incident that happened to me over when I was living overseas. I might have gotten into an argument with someone I knew at home, outside, anything of that sort of nature. At nighttime, I go meet Adamji for notes. And Adamji gets this incident to try to prove to the courts, not only that I'm BFFs with Adamji, I shared everything with him to gain the court's trust so he could deceive them again, just like how he did on August the 7th with that one-time text message. It has been proven that I didn't know this person at all. There's no other time me texting this individual. There's no other time me calling this individual. There's no other time me ever talking to him online with this individual. Did Adamji know this? Yes. Why didn't Adamji tell the courts the truth? Because Adamji knew that this is the only person he could find to fabricate false testimonies against me. So now Adamji, what he did was he put 50 different lies underneath that one text message, which was a false and fake one in the first place. First lie he puts, Hassan knew him really well. Did you see what he texted? He said, I love you, man. Did I say I love you, man? Yes. Did I know him really well? No. Was I trying to be nice and kind to him because he went to the pharmacy school I went to like everyone else? Yes. That's how you behave with people. You act with them kindly and with love and respect, like how you would with anyone else in this world. On bottom of that lie, he puts in 50 more lies. First lie is he knew that Hassan knew this person really well. They talked to each other every single day. They shared secrets with each other. They knew each other. Hassan would call him at night before going to sleep. And then on bottom of that, he's going to put in 50 different lies in there. Hassan told this person he's low IQ. Hassan told him he's a bad test taker. Hassan told him he is terrible at notes. Hassan told him he's really, really low IQ. He can't even study. Hassan told him he can't concentrate in life. Hassan told him he's a complete total failure when it comes to studying and giving exams. All of these would be complete and total lies to put my name through the mud, make me look bad in front of everyone out of extreme envy of these girls running after me due to my brain savant. Okay, and then after Adamji's been caught doing all of these things on August the 7th, now he's got a new strategy. His new strategy now is gain the court's trust after you've been caught lying 50 different times by taking one incident, one story. Hassan gets into an argument with someone at his house or outside, and then at nighttime he meets me and he tells me about this. Look, here are the facts. Me and Hassan, we were BFFs. Here are the facts. This entire story is true. At nighttime, he did tell me about the argument. That's also true right over there, just like the text message. And then tomorrow, Adamji is going to come in. He's going to put 50 different lies in there about that incident, about 100 different incidents out there, just like he did on August the 7th. Adamji, you have to remember, does either not even know about the tools that were used to lock up my brain savant, like how the courts and everyone else does, or he denies it due to the fact he doesn't want to know. Sometimes when you're extremely envious of someone about something, you just don't want to know the truth. Okay? Yeah. there's something someone has like a brain savant and you're denying it in your mind. You don't want to know what the truth is. If someone comes over to you and tells you, hey man, look, we have a tool that locks up someone's brain savant, he's going to be like, whoa, 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 don't tell me that. That's not what I want my mind to hear. Don't tell me that. That's the kind of envy that Adamji has against me. And you know this for a fact due to the fact that Adamji has been caught on record saying that he's extremely envious of me and people that live overseas, and he wishes that they would have get kicked out of their country and forced to go back to their own home country out of extreme envy of them due to the fact that he can't go overseas himself. Adamji has been caught on the record saying this about me, that he's extremely envious of me. And just like Abdullah, who fabricated the group chat false testimony against me, not even in the same time period, by the way, Adamji, what he ends up doing is he ends up getting the same exact haircut that I have, just like the one that I have right now. A very similar one. Then he calls the girls that were following me around and starts talking to them first, starts telling them about himself. He starts lying about himself and saying that he's a very rich guy and this and that, blah, blah, blah. The girl goes over to law enforcement and she asks law enforcement, is it true that he's really rich? And he says he owns like 5,000 hospitals and this and that. Law enforcement tells, because law enforcement can they could research everything on their computers. So they tell the girl, they're just like, if you earn minimum wage in this country, Adamji earned less than you, way less than you. You got to remember, the girl would have just opened up like Google and she'd like type in there 1 USD equals how many rupees, and she'd get like a big number, like 300 something. And so obviously she's going to go over to law enforcement. She's going to be like, this guy says he's really rich, but their currency is like through it's through the toilet right now. It's just terrible. Is he really like really rich? And law enforcement would obviously just research it on their computer, and they tell the girl like, if you earn minimum wage in this country, Adamji earns way less than you. Obviously, the truth comes out about everything at the end of the day, just like how it did about my brain savant. Law enforcement tried to deny it over and over again. Obviously, they had it locked up the entire time I was in pharmacy school overseas. Not only that, they also used extreme amnesia drugs to force me to fail the last biochem exam, and they confessed in court that they not only forced me to fail the last biochem exam, but numerous other exams even before that one, only to force me to not be able to get my PharmD degree, which makes it a miracle that I was able to do everything possible in order to get it. So yeah, at the end of the day, Adamji gets extremely envious of the fact that the truth came out about him and about the fact that he was lying about himself being a really rich individual. And then he goes over to law enforcement overseas. The same person in law enforcement who gets the monthly money every month. He tells him that he wants to lie against me, help him lie against me. And Abdullah, basically the person who fabricated the group chat false testimony against me, sends that person in law enforcement overseas over to Adamji and Maruk, and they all get together and they make false testimonies and lies against me until July the 11th. And by then, they'd already been caught numerous times making various false testimonies and lies against me. And then Adamji and Maruk and Abdullah and the person in law enforcement overseas started playing a game of deception with the courts on this trial. They said, well, we've gotten caught lying. This fifth person hasn't. And they just pass the torch over to the fifth person. They tell the fifth person exactly what they want to lie on August the 7th. They take one text message of me texting back this fifth person saying, I love you, man, for XYZ reason. And they say, look, Ihsan just said he loves him. It means Ihsan's BFFs with him and he's known him for a very long time. They're in love, which means that Ihsan has known him for 50 years from before. That would have been literally the only time I've ever texted that person. Never talked to him, never talked to him on the phone, text, or even online. The only time I would have ever texted that individual, and he was lying from the start, saying that I texted back saying that I love you, man, for whatever XYZ reason, and then he would have added 50 different lies underneath of that. Ihsan told this individual he's a bad test taker. Ihsan told this individual he's terrible at studying. Ihsan told this individual that he's low IQ. Ihsan told this individual that he can't take notes. Ihsan told his individual that he is a complete total failure when it comes to studying. All complete and total lies and fabrications for the fifth person that Adamji now used. Now Adamji is playing a new game where he is basically trying to gain the court's trust by using a story where I would have maybe gotten into an argument with someone at home or something of that sort of nature, and then Adamji would have been like, at nighttime, Hassan came and told me about that argument just to gain the court's trust and try to make it look like he knows the court, where he knew me really well. We were BFFs or this and that. When in fact, in reality, I just needed to know people in life in order to get notes from them or get by in a city where I didn't know anyone, only till I got my PharmD degree, and that was about it. Yes, that's literally all there was to it. Nothing but business, and Adamji is fully aware of this fact. And then at night, and then afterwards, he's gonna say, and what ended up happening was afterwards, after the argument, Hassan came over to me, and Hassan told me about the argument that he'd gotten into with this XYZ person, just to make it look like Adamji knew me really well and that we were BFFs, like how he did with the fifth person on August the 7th, even though I didn't know that person at all. And Adamji knew that I did not know that person at all. And he was just trying to use that to try to gain the court's trust first in order to deceive the courts into thinking that I knew this fifth person on August the 7th really well, before Adamji had this fifth person on August the 7th make 50 different lies about me. Adamji is trying to do the exact same thing right now, where he's trying to use a story and say that, hey, look, at night, at this time, Hassan came over to me and he told me that he got into an argument with XYZ person. And then after he gains the trust of the courts, like how he did on August the 7th, gaining the trust of the courts with one text message saying, I love you, man, for whatever reason. And then after getting the court's trust, he puts in 50 different lies. The next step is obviously going to be that Adamji puts in 50 different lies after gaining the court's trust by putting in the story about me, for whatever reason I had to get notes from him. But the fact of the matter is, Adamji's already been caught lying numerous times, for himself first, with the people who were caught lying before him, like Abdullah with the group chat false testimony. Then Adamji's been caught lying numerous times afterwards by playing a game with the courts of deception, where he would pass the torch over to another person and say, I've been caught lying, this person hasn't, and then he would tell this person on August the 7th, the fifth individual, to be making lies against me after having that person claim that he knew me really well due to one text message that I ever made to him ever in my life, saying that I love you, man, for whatever reason. And then after that, putting in 50 different lies after gaining the court's trust into making the courts think that I knew this individual really well. Adamji is right now playing the same game with the courts, except the passing the torch game has now been caught and as deceiving the trial and the courts. And so he's playing the same game. Now he is forced to play it himself, due to the fact that if he finds a sixth person who hasn't been caught lying yet, he's going to get caught deceiving the courts, fabricating lies with the sixth person, just like how he got caught with the fifth person. So now he has to play this game by himself. He has to lie by himself. He has to do the same thing with the text message first, get that text message and make it look like I knew the person, the fifth person on August 7th very well, before making 50 different lies about me and him. He's going to do the same exact thing with himself and say, look, Hassan got in an argument on this day with this person, XYZ, and then he came over and he told me about this argument he had with this person. And so me and Hassan, we're BFFs, and he tells me everything. And then that's going to be day one, just like how he did with the text message that he lied about, that I did not know that person. It was just one text message. I said, I love you, man, just like how I talk to everyone else. And he used that text message to make it look like I knew that person really well, to add 50 different lies on the bottom of it. Now he's doing the same thing for himself, since he knows that he cannot get a sixth person out of his extreme envy to make up lies and false testimonies against me. So now he's going to do that exact same thing with himself. He's going to first try to gain the court's trust by saying, hey, look, Hassan got into a fight with XYZ person, and then he came and he told me about it. And then once he gains that trust and makes it look like I was BFFs with him, then he's going to add 50 different lies about me saying something to him, just like how he did on August the 7th. all of it's going to be a lie. Just like how he had the fifth person lie against me on August 7th, all of it's going to be a lie. Just like how he lied against me on July the 11th, claiming that I was sexually perverted and a drug addict only because I was about to make that same exact statement about Ibrahim due to him going to the hospital once a week due to a drug addiction and begging my elementary school teacher for sleeping with him. Just like how he's been caught lying numerous times, even before July 11th, just like how he's been caught discussing with Abdullah and Mahrukh, who was caught with a group chat false testimony against me on how to make numerous more false testimonies against me. He's been caught before, and that's exactly what he's doing right now, exactly what he's been doing before. The only difference is he is now changed his strategy where he can no longer pass the torch on to someone who hasn't been caught yet due to the fact that he keeps getting that new person caught along with himself, due to which now he has to make the lies himself. The courts have to look at the history for Adamji, what he's been doing till now. He's been lying and nothing else, and that's exactly what he's trying to do now. The only difference is he can no longer deceive the courts and the trial by passing the torch onto a sixth person, and now he has to make the lies himself. But like the text message on August the 7th, he's going to first try to gain the court's trust by making it look like I knew him really well, by using one incident where I might have gotten into an argument with someone and then maybe I have told him about it, and use that one incident to try to gain the court's trust, again, to make 50 different lies about me underneath of it, just like how he's been doing till now. The courts have only to look at Adamji's envious claims against me, saying that he wants me kicked out of this country and forced back over there only due to his extreme envy of people that live overseas. They only have to look at Adamji's entire history of doing nothing but making false testimonies, lies, and fabrications against me to understand the fact that Adamji is only trying to deceive this trial and the courts, just like how he's been doing till now. He was playing a game with the courts and the trial by passing the torch onto a new individual, the fifth individual on August the 7th. He got caught with the first using false evidence of one text message where I said, "I love you, man," for something to a person, just to be nice and kind to him, and to try to deceive the courts into thinking I was BFFs with this person and talked to him every night before going to sleep, even though Adamji knew I only talked to him once in my life, and then deceiving the courts into thinking that I made numerous lies to this individual that were all complete total fabrications and lies, only to deceive the courts and this trial by Adamji on August the 7th into thinking that I made these lies and fabrications to this person on August the 7th, despite Adamji knowing very well that the only reason that the fifth person is being used for this lie instead of Adamji himself being used for these lies is due to the fact that Adamji had already been caught lying numerous times, due to which he had to use this fifth person to lie against me on August the 7th. Now that Adamji realizes that every single person he gets, he tries to use to make lies against me, since he's already been caught lying numerous times, gets caught fabricating and falsifying info against me, now Adamji has to lie himself. But the courts have to understand this game of deception that Adamji had been playing with the courts till he decided to lie himself. But only to use common sense and nothing else, the common sense rhetoric, to understand that Adamji is only playing games with this court. He was playing a game of passing the torch to a new individual who hadn't been caught lying yet, only to be caught fabricating with that individual, like how he was on August the 7th. Now Adamji understands that this is just going to get him caught. And so now he has to make the lies himself. But first, he's going to make up stories about how he knew me really well due to me getting in an argument with XYZ individual and then going and telling him